Hey, howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath Yardville, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. That's right, what has it been again? 3 weeks or something like that? Don't know, don't remember, been a while. Because there are no records anymore. All the records are dried up. Thrift stores around here, either the places where they used to have records, they've just gotten rid of them. They don't have them anymore. A couple of Goodwills. Like I mentioned this before, right? And half price, full price, super high price books again, once again, just, wow. They need to get rid of the new guy and go back to the way they were doing it before. Okay. So I broke down and went like a week earlier than I normally would go to my normal record store, which is the only one I have left to go to. Because there are two others that are, kind of far away, and I never, they're high priced too, so I don't like going there. So this guy's somewhat high priced, but there's some things I can. Anyway, it's close by, so it doesn't matter if I go there. So what else is going on? I'm trying to think of something right now. I went to yoga today. It was the hardest yoga class I think I've ever taken. Like pure calisthenics and ab work and side planks. Oh, and it's just not the side plank. Side plank basically is a push-up on your side. You know, you're on your side on one foot basically, and you're pressing with one hand off the ground. And you take the other arm and you lift it up. But then you just take your foot off, the one that's not the bottom foot, and then take your knee up and take it back, take it up and take it back, and you're on one arm and one foot sideways. It's so hard. And then she did other things that were like twisty things that like sit down with your foot underneath. The girls can do this. The ladies and the girls, they don't have any problem when they got their knees wrapped under them. And I'm doing pretty good on some of them, but when you have to let go of the ground, and you're like, ow, that hurts. I need some support. I can't but we had to do this with the leg bent and then take the other leg and kick it in and out while you're sitting on the crook, the other leg's bent all up in a pretzel underneath you. I got done with class and the lady in front of me turned around and went, and I went, I know! You felt it too, didn't you? So I got a thin stack of records at the record store. Done with the train thing. Got everything set up, just met the deadline. I'm going to put a photograph up. 1 or 2 photographs of the train, okay. So apparently this is like a $50,000 train set that was donated. I mean, if you would try to sell it, I guess. It's colorful, so it works good for the holidays. And just for I had to build the fence. I built the fence so the people wouldn't bother the train guys that have to be with the thing, while the public's walking around it. And then a skirt, and we put them on. We had to build a system by which we could set them on, and a skirt and a plexiglass, cut that. So kids are like reaching in. So now only the adults would do this. Reach in, will steal stuff out of there. It's amazing how heavy toy trains are. No wonder the tracks wear down like they do. The damn trains weigh a ton, and the tenders, they're extremely heavy. Vintage. Anyway, so I did that. We're done with that. I had a cold for 2 weeks. Oh. And it was just low level, but it was enough to, like, oh my God, I have to work. I'm so tired. Not like I feel like death warmed over. But just I felt sort of tired. And it's still kind of like a little bit hanging on there. And the weather turned to hell again. It went cold and gray. And it's like, oh no, the blues. Get away, blues, winter blues, go. Leave me alone. Don't need you around here no more. Winter blues, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure you do. But yoga helps that. It definitely helps going to the gym. I'm starting to get muscle bound. There's things popping out all over me, and they aren't benign fatty deposits either. I think they're muscles. They haven't popped out for quite a long time. Popping out again, kind of like that. So what the hell happened? So I got to tell the one story. This was just what it was Wednesday night, not Thanksgiving Day, but Wednesday night. I decided to go to the gym to do yoga early. It's kind of getting dark then, even then, so I'm walking up to the door and starting to spit rain, and there's a guy 10 steps ahead of me. And he kind of looks at me and turns around and says, well, we made it just before the rain. And I'm thinking, well, you're 10 steps ahead of me. Why are you paying any attention to me? Why are you talking to me? Not that it's, being antisocial, but I'm just thinking, most people don't do that. What's going on? So then he waits for me. I'm like, oh, I don't know this guy. I've never seen him before. Like, oh, no. So I get up to him and he said, hey, you look like a guy my age. I'm 67. And I thought to myself, oh, do I look that old? I'm not anywhere near that yet. And then he says, did you vote last Tuesday? And I just, oh, don't, no, this is not going to go well. Why even ask me that question? He didn't see me because it was dark outside. We're going in. I'm like, well, yeah. Then he launches into his political. He doesn't know me from Adam. Doesn't know how I voted. He launches into this political thing. I don't tell him anything. Like I just shake my head yes, and I hear you, And he just doesn't stop. He like bugs me all the way to the dressing room, and then when we're changing, he's going through the same thing. And I said something like, I don't know what I said. I was non-committal. All my little replies were non-committal. And he says, oh, I like that one. It wasn't an aggressive reply. I'm going to add that to my repertoire. I'm like, what? He used the word repertoire? I couldn't believe it. What did I say? And was he screwing with me? What the hell's going on? And then he switches to, I'm 67, but I think I have to work until I'm 75. Because my son's in bad health, and I got to help him support his wife or something like that. So I come here to stretch out my knee, and I don't go to the. He says, well, I'm from Campbell County. I said, oh, it's a long way away. He says, well, I can't go to the gym over there because they don't have hot water. I'm thinking, the gym doesn't have hot water? What the hell are you? I don't want to ask him because then I know he'll launch into something else. And he starts talking about his knee and his meniscus, and the guy over here getting dressed looks up, and he sees him look up, and he goes, oh, there's another guy I can draw into this conversation. And he's like, that guy knows what I'm talking about. I thought to myself, well, I hope he does, because this gives me a chance to get up and get out of the room while you're... And the point of it is, the political thing, it doesn't even matter whether it was my guy or his guy or their guy or somebody else's guy. It was just so irritating to be assaulted like that. That's dang stuff. That was a pretty exciting story. I was animated throughout the explanation of that story. Let's go right to the records. I hope I don't have to cut that out. All right, what did you get at the Real Record Store today, Manic Mark? Well, I got a Margie Day album, Dawn of a New Day. Where did they come up with that title? It must have taken them all day to figure that one out. Okay, recorded in Webster Hall, New York City, 1968. Apparently Margie Day. Did I say Margie? No, I said Maggie. That's right. No, it's Margie. Apparently this was her debut album, Discovery. Vocal Magic. Discovery, the Vocal Magic. Discovery is surely one of the most exciting of all experiences in the arts. Maggie's big break came curiously through the Concord Hotel in the New York Catskills last New Year's Eve weekend. A trio with which she had been working in Norfolk was booked into the Concord Lounge. Apparently that's where she was discovered. Soulful pop. I don't know. Hope it's good. Someone else, a singer I don't know anything about. It's Frank DeRone. Alright, Frank DeRone sings. It looks like he's just been like the living dead are chasing him and they caught up and just took a big bite out of his back, like just around the shoulder blade. He's like, ah! Doesn't look like he's singing, but having some other kind of, crisis going on there. Art Van Dam, Music for Lovers. Art Van Dam is a jazz accordion player, so one of the few accordion players that plays accordion in a fashion most of the time that I can tolerate listening to it. Art Van Dam. Pete King. I don't know. intermezzo for harp, string, quartet, and flute. That sounds kind of highbrow. Might be fun. Barring strictly oddball combinations, I have to rate the string quartet a close second to the piano on my reserve list of choice writing chores. Pete King. New Ice Follies. Also from Pete King, the new ship. What the fuck? I cut that out because I don't know what the fuck. Sorry, it's the holidays. Bobby Dukoff. I've got two of the albums in this series of albums. This is the third one I didn't have. Tender Sax. Bobby Dukoff. It's a great cover, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I don't have this one. Anyway, why? Because he had put some oohs and ahs. Did he have oohs and ahs? What's the date on this album? This is RCA 1957. This album's as old as me, Manic Mark. That's the other thing. I decided that I was going to, on my 60th birthday, which is coming up in December, I'm going to run 6 miles that day to treat myself. It's my birthday, I can do what I want. I'm going to run 6 miles that day, one for every decade of time that I've spent on this planet. So basically that puts me 2 miles over what I normally run, or twice the amount for just my short run, which is, I'm saying short because I feel pretty good when I do the 3 mile loop. It's exactly 3 miles. There's the 3 mile loop. I got to do it twice. So that means at the third mile I'm going to be right in front of the house. It's like, I'm so tired, I just want to go in and lay down. It's my birthday, I can do what I want. I'm not going to do the 6 miles. I have to fight through that urge as I pass the house to go in and drink beer and take a nap. Alright, Hits by Hibbler. It's another vocalist, apparently, that I've not heard of. Alright. Orchestrations directed by Jack Please and Neil Hefti. Neil Hefti. There's like Unchained Melody, Daybreak, 11th Hour Melody. I don't know anything about it, but apparently he's like, there's more than one. Pancho Sanchez, Straight Ahead. That's right, Pancho Sanchez, Straight Ahead of Discovery Records at Los Angeles, California. It's got the percussion on the front, and just from 1980. I hope it's good. Cuban, Afro-Cuban. And last but not least, it was $3 and 20% off. So the guy that owns the record store comes up and he goes, "Well, how you doing?" I said, "Fine." He goes, "Did you follow us on Facebook?" I said, "Well," he goes, "Never mind. You come in here and spend money. I want to give you 20% off. Go to Facebook and like us to get 20% off. Just give it to you today, 20% off." I said, "Thank you." So I got 20% off all these records, which is nice. All right. It's Ornette Coleman, The Art of Improvisers. Improvisation? No, improvisers. Improvisers, The Art of Improviser. Well, there's a song on side 2 titled Moon Inhabitants. So 1960 may have to play that track from this album as a sample at the end of this video. I have a friend who likes sparkly lights. I talked him into running out. He's going to run out all by himself and buy those laser sparkly lights that they shoot on your house. That's the advertisement where your whole house is covered with like undulating. If you were back in the 60s and took LSD, this is what you saw if you were just driving around the neighborhood looking at Christmas lights, you know, while you were taking a trip. Now you don't have to take a trip. They've got laser lights that look just like an LSD Christmas holiday trip that you can get at Walmart, which is kind of cool.